Plaintiff Tempest Massey says when she met the defendant, she was just looking for a cuddle buddy, but their relationship became serious within a week. Tempest claims she broke up with the defendant because she caught him cheating on her with 2 women at the same time. And she's suing because she claims he broke into her phone and stole naked pictures that she had of herself. Defendant Brijan Smith says after he started dating Tempest, he realized she was working as a prostitute. Brijan insists Tempest sent him the naked pictures in question. He didn't steal them, and therefore he denies owing her for anything.
Start with you.
Okay, so we met, I believe it was March. We met on a dating site. Our relationship was supposed to be just cuddle buddies at first. And within a week that changed. Within maybe a month, all the lies.
What are cuddle buddies?
Cuddle buddies, we actually, I was going through a hard time. Just got out of a relationship. Needed comfort from him, and I used to go over there and sleep in his bed.
And cuddle?
And cuddle, exactly.
How many days did you cuddle?
Maybe about, well, we did it even after we had,
how many days did you cuddle before it went
about
to...
a week. Yeah,
right.
about
And I'm
7
sure
days.
he's the one that initiated
Of
going
course.
beyond cuddling.
No.
You actually expected a man to cuddle you
Well, yeah.
every day for over a week
Yes. I expected
and not
him
ask
to do-
for to advance that situation.
I honestly expected him to wait for me to advance
Oh,
because I initiated the whole relationship.
you initiated cuddling.
Yes.
All right. You initiate the other, so. All right. Go right ahead. So it
Okay.
went to another level 1 week later.
Yep, it went to another level, and then all the lies started coming. At first, he didn't have children. All of a sudden, he had 4. We had issues with his cleanliness and his environment. That was a major problem, but I still
You all were
stuck
living
around.
together?
No, I cuddled at his place.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything just everything just started changing. We had conversations about the future, and I actually wanted to help him with get a business and everything going, but his drive and ambition was on basically 0. So I knew that there was no seriousness that would come from it. After, I'm gonna say 2 months of dating, I noticed that he's very awkward when other women are around.
So that was about May of 16?
Yes, that was about
He
May.
began to act odd when other
Yes.
women were around.
So we had a routine. I would call.
No. I don't need to hear that.
No, I'm saying as far as our communication.
Is this platonic you're about to tell me about?
Yes.
Nonsense?
Yes,
All right,
it is.
gotcha.
So,
all right, you can tell me that routine.
So we
All
would
right.
call each other, or he would text me, let me know, whether he was getting off or whatever, because I would help him out and
Go
pick him
ahead.
up. Off of work.
I am so sorry.
Off of work, Your Honor.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I would go to his place, and one time he was sitting outside with an ex in his car, ignoring me. Let that go, didn't worry about that. Then a few weeks later, it all happened again, and I went over. At this time, it was females actually in the house, in the bedroom.
How many?
2. 2 females.
Who would have thunk? All right.
I don't know, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, so at that point I was done. I was completely done. But I'm gonna rewind a little bit because I was trying to help him with some paperwork or something, and I asked him, did he have an email? And he lied again and told me no, he did not have an email. So once I blocked him off of everything, I get a mysterious email from Mr. Smith. But while opening up the email, I see that there's pictures and a picture of my social security number that he broke in my phone on May 5th at 2 o'clock in the morning and sent the pictures from me to him.
Picture of your social security number.
And naked pictures as well.
Your naked picture.
My naked pictures.
Sir, you give me some background here.
Everything was right up until the day, yeah. Everything was right.
Exactly.
Were you the player that she says?
Nah, that's all wrong.
You say she said she would come over and you would be 2 or 3 deep.
Nah, they was just little friends, old friends, just somebody to chill with. chill time.
2 or 3 at a time.
No, you can't put sex and just chilling together at the same time.
No, I'm just saying you were chilling with 2 or 3 ladies at a time.
I guess you could say that.
At the house.
Not at one time, but I guess you could say that. Yes, sir.
I mean, guess. Either you were or you weren't. There ain't nothing to guess about.
Yes, sir.
All right, what part of the house? Just curious.
Always the bedroom. You don't need to go in the front room.
Go ahead, sir. What else you want me to know?
It took about 2 weeks exactly to have sex, you know. And to be honest with you,
Don't say nothing to degrade her.
I can't.
Now, you know I don't take insults to ladies. I'm not going to let you insult the lady. I'm going to get you. I'm going to warn you right now. Go ahead.
She was prostitution. So,
Yeah, you look like you'd have to buy some.
Your Honor.
hey,
I done told you. I done told you. I warned you. I said, don't degrade this woman. That's not what this is about.
He broke in my phone on May 5th at 2 o'clock in the morning and sent the pictures from me to him.
Picture of your social security number.
And naked pictures as well.
Plaintiff Tempest Massey is suing her ex-boyfriend because she claims after they broke up, he stole naked pictures that she had of herself.
And I warned you. I said, I'm going to get you.
okay.
Now, can we move away from the insults?
We can move away from it, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead. So tell me about...
Everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
We hung out all the time. Good conversationalists. Very ambitious. Talked about the future.
What went wrong with your
It went wrong when she asked me for some finances one day. And depending on the situation, I don't feel like these finances is fit for what you're asking for. You want $30 for your nail, but you ain't got a pot to piss in.
Watch your language, but I got your point.
Excuse my language. And I just felt like that's not my place, especially if you're out here entertaining other guests besides myself.
Yes.
By the time I asked him for any kind of financials, I had a place. It wasn't none of his.
We're not going to go back and forth
Okay.
about the nails. I think
No
that's
problem.
not a big deal,
Okay.
a man to get his woman's nails
Thank
done. Your lawsuit for emotional distress
Yes.
is because of the naked pictures, but did
And
he
the Social
disclose?
Security.
And the Social Security.
Yes.
What do you want to tell me about these two things? sir?
All that was her doing, she sent it to me.
Why would she send you her Social Security number?
One, her phone went off at one point in time. She needed certain things to go to certain people. Two, I did ask for explicit pictures at one point in time.
I see that part, but she's saying you also obtained her Social Security number. Now, I'm fully aware of how these young folks now are sending naked pictures to each other, making videotapes, having sex, and think nobody's ever going to see it, even when they break up. You know, you got one big star who's very rich now, and the other one is also a star, very rich, and they're, well, at least one of them, they became famous for that sex tape.
True.
So, you know, I guess the moral of that story is you can also get rich on the other hand. No, but my point is that a lot of people think that there's no risk that the public will see it, and so they do it. So when you all do this, that's the risk you take.
True.
You can become rich like this person, very rich, and you still got that video out there.
True indeed.
All right, so just a lesson to the wise, and that's you all and those listening at home. My kids are not angels. I remember they must have been turned 18, and one of them, they were having a party, and they were back in the limo, turning up whatever it was. It was alcohol, and put it on the internet. And so, of course, I tore into them, and the logic, not only tearing into them for their actions, but I tore into them about their future. I said, don't you all know that now colleges, they look at your websites, jobs, employment places. They look at your websites. We had a young man here I was mentoring, got him off the streets of Gary. I was working there, pulled him in here, helped get him in college, helped pay for his college, gave him a job here. One day, one of the staff people come, Judge, his Facebook with a pile of weed and some guns. And he says as his occupation, he's assistant to Judge Mathis. So that was the end of that. So there it is. And you say you did not intentionally send them to him.
No.
And obviously you had taken them for another purpose at an earlier time.
Exactly.
And you say the reason her Social Security number was on there, why? What was the purpose of her voluntarily giving you her Social Security?
She was supposed to be forwarding the pictures to a cousin of hers to take care of some business.
What did I have? Here's my naked pictures with my Social Security number, cuz.
Hey.
Now you're saying she wanted her own cousin to see her naked pictures
I ain't seen
while
that
taking
much.
care of business. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you. $2,500 is your judgment. And player, slow your roll. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thanks. I apologize. Probably should have given you your pictures when you asked for them. Just next time you gotta ask like an adult and just don't say I'm gonna put a charge on you or something.
I can't say anything for TV at this point.
Plaintiff Tracy Simpkins says the defendant is her daughter, and she doesn't like Tracy's boyfriend, who is with Tracy in court, because he cheated on her. Tracy allowed the defendant and her boyfriend to live with her, but she's upset because her other daughter heard them having sex in the shower. She's suing her daughter for car repairs. Defendant Kenya Ivory admits that she doesn't like Tracy's boyfriend and hasn't ever since her mother caught him in bed with her best friend. Kenya does not believe she owes Tracy for the car repairs.
Begin with you.
Me and my daughter, we have a great relationship. The only problem that we basically have is she don't approve of my boyfriend. We've been on and off for 11 years. During that time, he has cheated on me, and she feel like I can do better.
Be with a man that doesn't cheat, being better, you meaning that?
Yes, sir. I mean, her boyfriend is really good to her. Marquise is good to her.
He doesn't cheat?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't approve of my boyfriend. We've been on and off for 11 years. During that time, he has cheated on me, and she feel like I can do better.
Be with a man that doesn't cheat, being better, you meaning that?
Yes, sir.
Plaintiff Tracy Simpkins is suing her daughter, who says she doesn't like Tracy's boyfriend because Tracy caught him in bed with her best friend.
She doesn't approve of your relationship, but you support hers.
In February, I moved Marquise in with me. He stays in my house with Kenya, rent-free.
Does your boyfriend have money? He pays his own way?
Yes, he does, sir.
And she doesn't approve of him.
Yeah.
But her boyfriend lives off her and you. And she got a good deal.
Well, see,
Okay.
my boyfriend doesn't work. He just hustles. I mean, he sells
Okay.
clothes or whatever that he have to do to help with his portion of the rent.
Okay, well then he does maintain his own.
Yes, sir.
You should leave that other part out. Now you're making me think you said hustler, now you're making call the police, run a check. Buster man, I hope you're not in the game because this is the
No,
wrong
sir.
woman to be with.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
She admitting that she get to court, Your Honor, he's a hustler. He has no source of income, and although that has nothing to do with the case, I just want you to know.
Cars and clothes.
A couple of buddies, one was being charged in federal court for some major drug smuggling. His buddy and partner just said, well, I'm gonna go down there to support him. So he goes down to court every day, jury down, rings. So finally the prosecutor said, sir, can we speak with you for a minute? So what are you coming down every day? Well, I'm here to support my buddy. And he said, oh, okay, so what do you do for that? Well, I cut grass. If you don't mind, we just like to see your tax records. Tax records show he claimed $20,000 in income.
Wow.
So of course he went straight to jail.
Wow.
So you can get 20 years showing up as a friend, so be careful. All right, and what else you want to tell me about your daughter?
I have I have another daughter that lives with me as well. She called me at work one day telling me that she heard my daughter and her boyfriend having sex in the shower. And then my boyfriend, he tells me that he also when he's there, he hears them having sex, but I'll be at work. So.
All right, you don't disapprove of that, do you?
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Have you ever told her what she can and can't do in there?
Ain't that a given?
Huh?
Ain't that a given with your parents?
No.
He said no. I thought that was a given with
If they were married, perhaps not. Yeah, so you might have a point there. They're not married.
Yes, sir.
If they were married, would they be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
And they would be working on getting their own place.
that's what I'm about to get to. So there's no problem. They can live together without marriage, but just don't go in that bathroom without marriage. All right, go ahead. I would be confused. Do they sleep in the same bed?
Yes, sir, they do. And she pregnant.
And she's pregnant.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot of showers.
At least she's clean. Go ahead, ma'am. You tell me. You give me some background.
Like my mom said, we do have a great relationship, but yes, I do feel like she can do better. In 2014, she caught him in the bed with her best friend.
Oh!
And I just feel like, well, growing up, she always told us to never let a man disrespect us, and it seemed like he does it all the time.
Doesn't sound like you've forgiven him. Sounds like she may have and you haven't. So you got to deal with that. You know, she has forgiveness in her heart. She's a Christian and you're a heathen. That's why you be in that shower. That's why you be in that shower.
Amen.
Thank you. She has forgiveness in her heart. You in that shower. Go ahead. What else you want me to know?
She can't stop laughing.
I'm sorry.
You all have gotten along other than that?
Yeah, we get along very well,
Good.
except for when it comes down to money.
And that's what we're here about today.
Like my mom said, we do have a great relationship, but yes, I do feel like she can do better. In 2014, she caught him in the bed with her best friend.
Oh!
Plaintiff Tracy Simpkins is suing her daughter, who says she doesn't like Tracy's boyfriend because Tracy caught him in bed with her best friend.
$3,100 for car repairs you're suing for. Tell me what's going on here.
I let her use my Volvo to go pick her boyfriend up. He was stranded up around here. He's a truck driver. And when the car said put oil in it, she just kept on driving and didn't put no oil in it. And when the oil light came on, she still didn't put no oil in it.
How long did she go without putting oil in it?
Another 80-some miles.
The engine,
And locked up.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you have the estimate?
Yes, sir, I do.
Young lady, what do you want to tell me?
When she first gave me the car, she told me nothing was wrong with it, and I don't know much about cars. Like even when I got my own car, I was just figuring how to put gas in it.
Mm-hmm.
But she told me nothing was wrong with the car, and the oil light. Dealing with old cars, like you have the check engine light come on, then her oil light come on. And since she told me nothing was wrong with it, I was like, okay, well, I'm fine, I can keep driving.
But it wasn't no lights on when I gave it to you.
Hold on, ma'am. It wasn't in perfect condition. She didn't blow that engine in that short amount of time. Something was wrong with that car. Go ahead.
I didn't know there was an oil leak in it, and
It was an oil leak?
yeah, I didn't know. And
How do you know now?
on the way back, the car started shaking and we pulled over. We also had a state police came out to help us, and my boyfriend went to go get some oil from the closest store, and when him and the police put the oil back in the car, it ran completely out.
All right, but you drove it with the oil light on.
Right.
You know what that means.
I mean,
You know what that means. You don't have to know anything when you see an oil light. Now, you might not know an engine. I'll give you that pass because I've ruined a car not knowing, in my early 20s, not knowing what the engine light. Well, I thought I could just keep driving and do something later, and well, it was the radiator that caused the engine light to come on. So I saw the smoke. I said, well, I'll just drive another half hour, 45 minutes, with it smoking, and I even wiped the windshield down, and then the engine light came on, and I'm like, well, I'm sure I can make it wherever I'm going, and boom, the engine was blown. So that was naivete, but you're not so naive that when the oil light comes on, that the car needs oil. How long did you drive it after seeing the oil light?
It was like, the drive was like 4 hours. It was up to Rochelle, Illinois. I believe it was like 2 hours into driving that I noticed it. So it was like I was halfway there.
So for 2 additional hours, you drove it with the oil light on.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, Your Honor, when I gave her my car, when she came and got it for my job, I only had the car a month. There was no lights on. That car had no leaks. The engine, you can rub your hand across and not get any motor on it.
What do you think happened then, ma'am, in the 4 hours?
She has a heavy foot, and as she said, she drove and kept on driving, even after the oil light or engine light came on.
No, the engine light came on because there was something wrong with it already, and you're trying to tell me it wasn't.
No, sir. Honestly, for real, honestly, there was no lights on in that car. If it was, I would have never bought it.
The lights might not have been on, but something was wrong with the car.
When it was started, you couldn't even hear it running.
All right. I'm going to conclude that this is contributory negligence. Something was already wrong with the car. The engine doesn't go out after driving it for 2 hours. The oil light shouldn't come on, and the engine light shouldn't come on unless something is wrong with it. And yes, if you get an old car 1 month earlier and you never drove it 4 hours, so yeah, your little 20-minute ride to work here, 30-minute ride to work here, yeah, it's not going to show. But you get in a car that already has a pre-existing problem and you drive it for 4 hours, it's going to show then. I'm going to conclude that's what happened. I'm going to grant you $1,550 because I think it was a pre-existing condition as well as you were negligent in continuing to drive. So we're going to split this. Have a good day. That's my judgment.
I still love my baby. There's no hard feelings. We're going to go, and we're still going to go about life as we do. And I love you.
I love my mom too. I just hope she get her car fixed the right way so nothing will be wrong with it.
Plaintiff Martin Cunningham says when he started dating the defendant, she knew he liked to smoke and drink, and she was fine with it. However, as soon as Martin put a ring on the defendant's finger, she suddenly had an issue with his lifestyle. Martin claims this eventually led to their divorce, and he's suing his ex today for the cost of a washing machine. Defendant Bertram Cunningham says the reason she didn't like Martin smoking around her was because she had lung disease, and he made her condition worse. Bertram claims 3 days after they divorced, Martin started dating his current fiancée, who's with him in court today. And Bertram's countersuing for breach of contract and a high chair.
Start with you, sir.
Yeah, I met BB in 2005 at a private club, and we started dating. And
what type of private
well,
club?
it was like the Orioles, like kind of Eagles, Orioles. You know how it's called, the Orioles. It's just a regular organization like the Moose. I don't know if you know of any of those clubs, but it's like that.
Okay.
And we met there, and we started dating, and I brought up to her that, I drink and I smoke. And I said, if that's a problem, let me know now, because then we'll just stop this right before it gets going, And she said, no, I don't have a problem with it. So I moved in with her, and for 2 years, there wasn't a problem. I didn't have any problem at all, and neither did she. But then I married her. Seemed like as soon as I put that ring on her finger, boom. It's like, Hey,
She switched up on
all
you.
she wanted to do was tell me about my drinking and smoking. You know,
Defendant Bertram Cunningham was married to the plaintiff, and she claims he started dating his current fiancée, who's with him in court, just 3 days after they divorced.
Go ahead.
and then, you know, she always had a habit of, you know, making derogatory comments to me when my children are around, her children around.
About
You know,
whom?
About me,
About
about stuff, you know, my drinking, whatever, you know, why don't you say something to him, you know, and all this. So
Other than that, you all got along? When did you divorce?
we divorced in 2015
Why?
because after 7 years and she had come into some money, I just kind of had enough. You know, I only figured
She
I'd last.
came into some money, you left at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think a lot of people believe that, but I wasn't in it for the money, you know. And, you know, I figured I only lasted that long because I didn't want to go through a second divorce, but I figured enough was enough. So we filed a
Why did
dissolution.
your first wife quit you?
No, I quit her.
Go ahead, you give me some background.
Okay, when we got along great when we were dating, and as far as being with him day in and day out, I wasn't, because he lived at one place and I lived another, and then we finally moved in together. And he really didn't drink like he did, like I'm gonna say 2 years later. And my health problems got worse because of asthma and COPD, which the smoking was really,
Yeah.
yeah, and I couldn't, my pulmonary test the year before we got a divorce was 53. The following November, the same time, I went back, it was 76.
He was smoking your company?
We used to fight about getting in the car. I always said,
Is
you
that
have
true?
to smoke in front of my sister?
Yes, sir. It's like I even smoked because I even had lung cancer in 2009, and I'm a lung cancer survivor.
All right, but if you didn't mind
the
killing
doctor still-
yourself, why would you? She doesn't
Well,
want to die.
I did my smoking in the basement, and I bought like 3 air purifiers. I never smoked upstairs.
That's
you know,
why
but-
I asked you, did you smoke in her company, around her?
No, I smoked in the basement, but she claimed it kept coming through the floor
I
up to
think
her.
it does.
You know.
Vents.
But she wanted me to smoke out in the garage. I said, well, that's worse than the basement because the garage leads right into the kitchen and stuff. That's even closer, you know.
Why couldn't you just do it outside then?
It's cold in Ohio in the winter.
Well, if your cigarettes were that important to you, go ahead. Your cigarettes were more important than her life?
I guess so.
You still smoking?
Yes, sir.
If you tell a crackhead it's killing you, and they'll at least have sense enough to smoke their crack somewhere else. Right?
Right?
So you're worse than a crackhead. If they would listen and you won't, go ahead, ma'am. And so that's why you all broke up?
That's the biggest reason we broke up. Plus, I inherited some money, and it seemed to cause problems. I wanted him to quit his bus driving job, and because of his health problems, which he beat the cancer, he's fine. He's smoking, drinking. His girlfriend even smokes, and so the smoking is not a problem to Martin at all. But it became a problem to me. But I wanted him to move the winter time with me and spend the winter, because of his lungs being so bad and mine, in Florida, and I agreed to pay for everything but the cigarettes and the beer. And he said no.
That was a deal breaker.
No, that's
Not
the second
paying
tail
for-
breaker is I had major surgery on my arm.
When we were in Florida, I always smoked outside. So I did smoke outside down there.
When the weather was good.
Well,
you
because it's
smoked
always good in Florida, you know. So you could go outside. And, you know, the reason I didn't quit my job is she said she's not going to buy the beer and cigarettes. Well, I had no income.
That's what I
So
said.
how
That was
I
a
gonna do
deal
it?
breaker. You couldn't get your
Right.
cigarettes. All right, he had cigarettes over paradise.
But when I was in the hospital, I had this naggy cough. I had a real bad time through the surgery. I was almost going to be taken to intensive care. And you want to jump in? She allowed to jump in and say what
Yeah,
she
sure.
heard?
State your name.
Tammy Wolf.
Yeah, what do you want to say
I'm
about
her
that?
daughter. I was in the waiting room, and because of her lungs, when they gave her a block in her shoulder, it compromised her lungs. So she couldn't breathe. So they were going to send her to ICU. It was about 3 hours that they finally got her to where she could breathe. Told us to wait, and we could go up and see her. Martin gets up, and the first thing he says is, well, it's time for a beer. And out the door he went. Never waited to see her, never made sure she was okay. So 3 days later, they did surgery. Same thing. As soon as the doctor came out and said she was out of surgery, well, it's time for a beer. I'm going home. I waited till 9:30. By the time I got up to see her, she was crying in so much pain. and she had to stay in the hospital for 29 days because she couldn't go back to the house where the smoke is coming up through the furnace vents and the air conditioning vents.
How long after that did y'all put him out?
It was soon after that I finally, I had been trying for years. I said he was going to slowly kill her and I was going to lose my mom while he lives. So, and that was my main problem with Martin, was the smoking.
It was time to divorce if you chose cigarettes over her life. All right, tell me about the lawsuit or washing machine you're suing for.
Well, after our divorce, I had moved into a property she had bought and owned, and I was supposed to live there for a year, but after 3 months, and I started dating my fiancée, Sharon, and so she wanted me to get out after 3 months. So I agreed to move, and when I went to leave, she asked me, because in the dissolution, you know, we agreed that she'd get the dryer, I'd get the washer. So she asked me if I would leave the washer at the house because she was going to move into it. And I agreed, but I made her sign this paper saying that if I ever want it back, she has to give it back.
Defendant Bertram Cunningham was married to the plaintiff, and she claims he started dating his current fiancée, who's with him in court, just 3 days after they divorced.
Ma'am, what do you say to that? Let's see your paper, please. Because this was after the divorce.
Yes, he moved into a rental property that I had that I rented to him because he had no place to go for $500 a month, a 3-bedroom home. He moved the washer and dryer because I didn't need my dryer at the time, so he took them because he needed it, and the big, huge double side-by-side refrigerator. When he met Sharon, which was, we got a divorce on Tuesday, he met her on a Friday because he accidentally texted my granddaughter and said, "It's safe to come over now, everybody's gone."
Oh, I
swear on the Bible, that is the truth.
How could I
swear.
accidentally text your granddaughter? I didn't even text her that I remember.
Oh, you were with her at the races how many times before we ever got a divorce?
Well, that's what's with another couple.
What about his washing machine?
So he went, and that's how he started getting interested in her. And we went to Christmas in Florida to try to put a marriage together, and he was talking to her on the phone. I walked out twice, and he said he was calling Chuck, but it was funny. Chuck always didn't answer the phone. Sharon answered the phone.
All right, we got to get to this washing machine.
I'm not stupid. I put 2 and 2 together.
You have to get to the washing machine.
Okay, the washing machine, I did agree to that. I did agree and signed the paper that I would give him the washing machine back if he needed it. And I agreed.
It was his. What do you mean if he needed it? You can't determine whether to give someone their property back based on whether they need it or not.
Oh, well.
You let them take the car for a couple of days, and you call to get your car back. Hey, where you at? I need my car. I go to work tomorrow. You say, well, do you really need it? Because you can catch the bus tomorrow. So you don't really need the car, so I'm not bringing it back. You have to bring it back based on ownership. And this
He
deal...
didn't want it till just last week.
Pardon?
He didn't want it till just last week. I've had it for 18 months.
Whenever he wants it, ma'am, it's his.
But wait, there's more to it. The high chair comes in then.
What's that?
He's had my high chair ever since he's left the divorce because he had a smaller grandchild than what I did. Mine wasn't sitting in it. Now, I have 2 grandchildren who missed out sitting in this high chair.
Who owned it?
Great-grandchildren.
Who owned it after the divorce? All right, and you have her high chair?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you're countersuing for that. So we'll get to that, as well as the breach of contract you're suing for. How does he owe you for that?
Well, we always split money. We went gambling, both of us. I loved to gamble. And every time I would win, I'd always split it, we'd put it in half an envelope. And I got $4,000 from my mother and father's estate. Like Abbott, he got 2 of it, and I got 2. We shared everything. I mean, we didn't fight about nothing.
And that wasn't marital property. Inheritance is one of the things. Anything that you bring into the marriage prior to marriage and an inheritance are excluded from marital property. With regard to the high chair, once again, you brought it into the marriage, or what were you saying?
Yeah, I
about
bought it.
And the judge awarded it to you.
No, we didn't discuss the high chair.
That's a problem. Other than who had it in their possession at the time of the divorce? Who had it in their possession?
I did.
We had it in our joint house at the time of.
Okay.
Then that weekend, I moved out, and the chair went with me.
Let's see the divorce decree, because those things not disposed of in the decree, it usually means that you keep the property you have in your possession, because most people have separated from each other by the time they get to court. And so
This is what we wrote out by hand. And we didn't agree on the washer dryer's not in there, and neither is we just, like he said, you don't say any more than what you have to in front of the judge because we just got a disillusion.
Well,
Not this time.
Yeah, you said a lot today. You didn't follow that today.
Defendant Bertram Cunningham was married to the plaintiff, and she claims he started dating his current fiancée, who's with him in court, just 3 days after they divorced.
On the divorce decree, it says the household goods and personal property are already divided and in the possession of the proper party. You can try and reopen the divorce case by petitioning the judge and asking and telling him that you failed to list the chair. If that's the way you want to spend your time, going after a high chair in court, then that's up to you. But otherwise, everything was disposed of. Yes.
In that agreement, we agreed to everything, but the agreement says we have to sell the house and divide it. Mm-hmm. Well, they gave me for 18 months to do it. He didn't mention anything in there that I gave him $10,000 already, but I got the house, paid it off like I was supposed to in the court thing, and paid the $55,000 and paid the house off. And he didn't mention anything about me giving him $10,000 on the sign because then again, he said, don't tell the judge that. So I already gave this man $10,000.
And you agreed not to tell the judge?
Yeah.
All right, and the breach of contract for $2,000. We're disposed of the chair, the $2,000. What was that about? You said that it was money you inherited.
I split it in half with him.
All right, and that was during the marriage?
During the marriage.
During the marriage.
And then I also
it wasn't discussed during the divorce proceeding because you didn't want the judge to know that.
Yeah. He said not to tell the judge.
It says all property has been divided and in the possession of the proper party. And what happened subsequently is something he did with his property. He let you keep his property. Now he wants his property back. $714 for the washing machine, you get to keep it. And the high chair, I can't grant you that. You have to reopen the case with the judge because the judge says whoever has any particular item in their possession they keep. You say you didn't mention it to him. In fact, you deceived the judge both about the high chair and about the $2,000. So I'm going to dismiss that claim as well.
So 18 months later, excuse me, Judge, I didn't. 18 months later, he's still controlling me then.
Controlling you?
Yeah, because that's what he said, because I can do it.
He's still manipulating you. And so 714 is your judgment, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Never getting married again, huh?